As we wait for the 16 Chipmunks that got airborne a little while ago to return, now's a very good moment to grab a word with another of the Chipmunk pilots who has come in to join us today. Squadron Leader Mark Discombe, Officer Commanding the Royal Air Force Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Disco, great to see you here, and especially great to see both BBMF Chipmunks on display at a public occasion for the first time in a very long while.
It's certainly a rarity for the flight. We hide them away normally during the summer months. We let the Spitfire and Hurricane Lancaster Dakota take centre stage. But they are beautiful aircraft in their own right. We work them hard, yes, but they are incredible trainers. As everyone knows, they were in training for the Royal Air Force until the mid-90s. So for us, they're still the perfect aircraft we can have to train the latest generation of Spitfire and Hurricane pilot.
Yes, it must be such a valuable resource for you to have internally, mustn't it? And also for occasional support duties.
It is. So generally it's a lot of flying during the winter months to train people up, but then we will use the aircraft as well if we're going to swap aircrew over a long weekend, something like Bournemouth, which is a very long weekend for us, and then we'll use the Chipmunk to be able to swap some of the fighter pilots over to share the limited hours we have in the fighters. Yeah.
Now, two aircraft, both with their own outstanding histories, both represented by the recent changes of colour scheme on them. One, Universities of London Air Squadron, the other...
Bristol, you're right. So yes, that's...
Bristol, of course. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I said that earlier.
So we've got Bristol University Air Squadron and the University of London Air Squadrons as well. Both aircraft that were in those colour schemes before. For our latest edition, which is WK in the University of London Air Squadron, it's how she was painted, exactly like that, a white Waltham back in the 70s. So we always try to have the historical flavour with them.
Now, you're one of the people here today who's able to comment on one of the often asked questions about the Chipmunk. Is it really a mini Spitfire, as many people have described it?
So for our training, we end up starting in the Chipmunk in the front seat. I'll then get the students go in the back seat, limited visibility. We will then get them in a harbour for the Hurricane. But I like to get them back in the Chipmunk before we put them in the Spitfire. It's that lightness on the control. So yeah, I think it is a nice little handover into the bigger aircraft.
And long may they continue to be a part of the BBMF fleet, and long may they continue coming out and about, because it's the second time in 2 weeks that 486 has been to Old Warden.
Absolutely, yeah. She's got her own pedigree in her own right with Bricks Mix, and also some of the work she did counterinsurgency in Cyprus. So she is a warbird in her own right, I guess.
Yes, I'd forgotten that, because it was also on number 114 Squadron, wasn't it, at the time countering the EOCA insurgency in the late 50s. Yeah, remarkable for such an unassuming aeroplane.
I know. So she is the warbird. She's the one with my name on the side.
Yes.
There are only two full-time pilots on the Battle of Britain Memorial flight, myself and my operations officer, Flight Lieutenant Andy Priest, and he's got his name on the other aircraft. They're the only aircraft we put our names on. All the others are representing the true heroes that flew in the war.
Well, thank you so much. I know you've got to get off and brief for your departure. When are you heading out, by the way?
So the plan will be we're going to depart about 4 o'clock, and then we will, whilst we're not part of this amazing formation I can't wait to see coming through, we're going to do our own little formation, close formation departure as we disappear off, so everyone will get that last chance to see us.
Brilliant. Disco, thank you again so much on behalf of everyone here for coming to support this Chipmunk fly-in today. It's been great to see you.
No, thank you very much, and thank you for everyone supporting the Chipmunk. It's a fantastic aircraft and worthy of all these people coming to see them.
Thank you. Mark Discombe there from the Royal Air Force Battle of Britain Memorial Flight.